Okay, I mentioned the 5 opinion game, so I'll show you how it works. Okay, now, if you bring up a new subject to me, immediately ideas start forming. And no, they don't fit these 5 categories. I could force them in, but that's not the point. It's more like by applying these schools of thought. See, each school has its own way of analyzing things. It's sort of its default position. And by applying that a position, it's like getting graph paper. If you draw a picture on graph paper, it doesn't just determine what you draw, but it does give you a reference point. It does give you a reference frame. It influences what you draw as well. But if you use multiple kinds of graph paper, well, there you go. You can see if your idea even plots on those. Okay, so overpopulation. Well, the stoic position, I'm just going to do this off the top of my head. I'm not really prepared other than I thought, hey, I should do this. The stoic position on overpopulation is that we're just going to have to bear it. For example, there are 7 billion people. If that's not enough, if that's too many people, and we don't have enough resources, then we're just going to have to bear it. We're going to have to survive today so that we can survive tomorrow and see what we can do by enduring. Maybe a better day will come, maybe not. Either way, we have to persevere. Right. The Epicurean approach is that as part of this, we're going to have to consider our appetites. All right. There is part of this is going to be decide which of these simple pleasures, for example, of modern life, do we need to keep. We're going to have to analyze that, and we might have to moderate our pleasures. And this comes straight from a Pythagorean approach, which says that there's idealized solutions in the numbers. Then the solution lies in the numbers. And that would mean what? What are the numbers? The number of people, the numbers in terms of, acre per person to provide beef versus to provide corn, and those sorts of numbers. And those numbers, in fact, do lead into the Epicurean thing, right? That we'll probably have to understand them and perhaps moderate our appetites. Because, again, we're going to have to endure certain conditions that already exist and just face the facts in the sense of it might be hard reality, but we're supposed to persevere, according to the Stoic. Now, I'm none of these particular positions, mind you. The cynic says that no matter what you do, it's going to get fucked up. But you can do something that improves your situation in this manner akin to a pain pill that just alleviates your pain. And that might be something far more proactive than just alleviating pain, but analogous. Like you can build a freeway to alleviate congestion, but that one will just get clogged, and it's all going to get fucked by the end anyway. And that's pretty much the cynical position, is that we have the 10 billion on the way. We have the 20 and 30 and 50 billion on the way. We're just going to overpopulate. And when that happens, we'll have a crisis. And those that can survive, largely by luck probably, will do so. And that's the cynical position. Now, the skeptic position is, one, that you have to take all of these ideas into account, and two, that you have to argue from the evidence. Okay, so in terms of figuring out what we have to endure, what the numbers really are, in terms of how much are we going to have to moderate our appetites, in terms of are we really screwed, do we have maybe 10 million is the cynics, 10 billion a cynic might say is on the way. Okay, do we have to accept that? 20 billion, the cynic says, is on the way. Do we have to accept that? Okay, and the skeptic is arguing that we basically have to make our judgment on the evidence. Taking all the ideas into account and the evidence, we have to see what we can make of it and balance it. So there you go. Isn't it obvious how the issue works now? Okay, bye.